No one can deny God. Long ago, there was a man who was an atheist, meaning who doesn't believe in God. He always denied God. He said, I never see any God. I never know God, and God never helps me. God is nowhere. So, even when he was very poor or sick, he never prayed to God. He said, it's no use. God is nowhere. I never saw any God. So when he was nearly dying, he was very sick and poverty-stricken, and nobody even approached him because he was an atheist and nobody liked him, and he was very bad manner. So he was dying and with sickness and no money and starving. And even then, his house outside, he wrote a sentence, God is nowhere. I mean, nowhere he can find God. So he said, God is nowhere. And then he was lying there waiting for death to approach him. And there was a child in the neighborhood who was very loving and very devoted to God. He came along and brought him some chapatis, Indian bread, and fed him. And so he was very touched, and he was revived. And then he was asking the child, what made you bring this food to me when nobody else brought it to me? And he said, God told me. And God had appeared to me in the form of my master and told me to bring this food to you until you are recovered from your sickness, until you can take care of yourself. And then the man said, but I have never recognized God. I never accepted him. How can he take care of me? And the child said, you don't accept him, but he accepts you. And the man was very puzzled, and he said, but I have written outside on my door that God is nowhere. How come he still comes? So the boy come out and read. The child didn't know how to read, so he spelled G-O-D, God. I-S is. N-O-W, now. H-E-R-E, here. And he came in a report. Say, I read outside, God is now here. So you see, since God is omnipresent, we cannot escape from God. So we might as well remember and submit our will to His will, so that our life has more meaning and our purpose of being a human will be quickly fulfilled. If something is there and we keep denying it, it's a waste of time and a waste of energy. We just naturally accept it, and that's it. And it's better for us, and it's better for God. If we always try to reject something when it's there, it causes a lot of trouble, a lot of pressure. Therefore, we will get exhausted and tired because we use our energy in a wrong way. You know the story of Tolstoy, when he was at home and he was kind of trying to go to become a monk or some kind of renunciate. And he was trying very hard, and he was thinking how he can convey this message to his wife. And he was thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking all the time. And that makes him very tired. Because thinking also taxes your energy, right? So he was thinking all the time. And at last, he summoned all his strength, all his leftover energy, and he wrote a letter to her. And after he wrote that letter, he has no more will to go. Too tired. He used all his strength. Yeah. The same with us. We cannot deny God. We cannot try to make any excuse to say that there is no God, because we don't see it. Especially for us, we see sometimes. God is not necessary to manifest in a form, a solid form, but in a form of light or sound. And if he ever manifests, then he would choose a human form to convey his power, blessing, and love. So if a master, a living master, is on earth, and that master has realized God, then God always uses that form to appear to mankind, to whomever believes in God, whether initiates or non-initiate, whether have seen the master or have not seen the master, whether know of the master photograph teaching or not knowing master photograph and teaching. Therefore, many people who has never seen the master sometimes also saw master in meditation or in dream or in times of accidents or disasters, trouble. Yeah? That is the reason. Otherwise, why should God choose any other form? It's easier for God to manifest in someone who has become one with Him. And it's also more logical for people to understand. Also to let people know that that one has realized God. That is for sure. If you want something, you come to that one. That's why God manifests in that kind of form, to confirm to people who has realized God, who is the living master. That's the only purpose. Otherwise, he could manifest in the form of a mango tree, perhaps, or a dog or cat. He may do that if he chooses to do. But there is no purpose in this. It doesn't serve very well. Therefore, he manifests in the form of the living master. Therefore, whenever a master is on earth, then we say that is God. Yeah? That is God made flesh, or the Word made flesh and live among us. That is God, living God, a walking God. And we come to that to appeal for our wishes and our desires to be fulfilled. So even if we do not see any form of God, God appear to us. But the Kuan Yin practitioner should know that God is light, God is sound, God is our daily blessing and loving and protection that we feel all the time around us, and especially in times of trouble. So it's no use wasting our energy and time to deny that God is nowhere. Now, even if we don't practice the Kuan Yin method, we should know that there is God. Otherwise, who looks after the trees, the birds, the water, the air, the mountains, even the rocks, the earth? Who make them exist and who make them continue to exist in this way, in such a very convenient way for us to use every small particle of the earth is an offering to mankind and to all kind of living beings in this world.